UDOT's mission is to keep traffic moving. Right now, the Utah Department of Transportation is planning on widening I-15 to 3 lanes each way between Bluff Street and St. George Boulevard exits.
This is a priority. This project is funded. It was funded as part of legislature last year with House Bill 433.
While plans are already underway for the interstate expansion, UDOT is also studying the possibility of creating another exit at 700 South.
What we see here is that these interchanges are going to see added growth as the population expands, and we see that the backup is going to be coming onto I-15. And so what this is studying is what would be the impacts of adding another interchange near milepost 7, near 700 South, that would service that area and maybe take some pressure off those other interchanges.
During a special scoping meeting, residents and others came to see what the alternatives may look like to take care of traffic problems along that route. Area residents said they are concerned about increased traffic with the addition of an interchange. Their number one concern is safety for their children who walk to school.
Cross this road right here.
Yeah.
Because the kids from Legacy and up and down on Main Street, they're all going to get here eventually.
We have a Heritage Elementary just down a half mile. They bike and walk straight down there. That would change safety for them. And we have some going to the middle school and the high school. And so that main 700 South, they need to be able to have less safety issues there, not more traffic coming in that's speeding off of a freeway.
700 South in general is a little bit of a weird road, right? We have residents, we have commercial, we have Dixie State College, just above it we have Dixie High School and Dixie Middle School. It creates a really different system. It's not all one type of zone. This 700 South, you can see the issues already. I mean, people use it for not just getting home, but commuting between commercial properties or destinations. 700 South may need to be rezoned, but that's completely up to the city.
Maybe the best option is to do nothing. Maybe the best option is to do an interchange, as they've mentioned. Maybe the best option is something totally different. But because of the growth, a lot of times we do need to study it.
The study area encompasses several businesses and a few homes along that route, which may need to be eliminated to create the interchange.
Taking a home is the last thing we want to do. As we work out a lot of the things that have been suggested here in this meeting, as well as other possibilities with engineers, we're hoping to really minimize those impacts.
The interchange would also call for the widening of 700 South.
The long-range plan already shows that 700 South would be widened from I-15 to Bluff Street, and also if we were to do an interchange here, we would be widening those structures to accommodate 2 lanes in each direction at minimum to maintain that flow.
It won't necessarily increase the general traffic overall in a large area, because you already have the traffic there. What it will do will change it will change traffic patterns. And so introducing an interchange at 700 South, it might reduce traffic on River Road.
While some area residents agree with the widening of 700 South to relieve the bottlenecks that occur, they don't think it's a good place for an interchange.
They improve all the heavy traffic streets by widening them, so it encircles the city like it already is, and it doesn't take away the charm that attracts everyone here in the first place.
For businesses, it raises property value. For residential, it potentially declines the property value. So why not move it into somewhere that's more business-oriented than residential?
But for those who don't live in the area trying to get to destinations like the hospital or college, it will give them easier access. The active transportation plan going into 2050 is all due to growth. UDOT must look at environmental analysis of the area, which includes community impacts. If the project includes the interchange, it could begin as early as 2024.
This puts more traffic right here at the underpass, so we have to mitigate it with other connections, other underpasses or overpasses on I-15 in some of the residential areas. That might have to come out.
What would the feasibility of the interchange being here on 400 as opposed to 700?
We're here to really gather that kind of information and input, and then we'll analyze whether those suggestions or recommendations are feasible or not. So at this point, everything's kind of on the table.
UDOT is still in the scoping phase. Members of the public have until May 17th to submit written comments, which can be emailed to I-15 St. George at UDOT.gov.
People have asked if this is a formality, and it honestly is not. This is not a formality. This is a chance for the public to express their concerns, ideas, and allow us to take those into consideration when we're choosing alternatives.
For more information, go to UDOT's website. In St. George, Melissa Anderson, Community Education News.